All right, welcome everyone. My name is Jason Adams. I've been a Optavia health coach for 4 years. Actually, last week was my 4-year anniversary of becoming a coach. So welcome everyone to Exploring Health Coaching. And what we want to do tonight, we're not going to talk much about program because pretty much everybody on here should already be a client or probably know about program. So we're going to kind of keep this focused more on the coaching aspect of things. And if you have any questions on program, just go ahead and reach out to the person that invited you. So like I said, I've been coaching for 4 years, and I don't know if anybody's like me, but I did not come into Optavia thinking I was going to be a health coach. I came into Optavia because I was miserable. And it just happened that I fell in love with the program just after a few weeks because it just literally started changing my life so quickly. And it's like when you see a good movie or something or a TV show, you just want to tell everybody about it because you're like, oh, this is the best thing ever. I love it. I just want to tell all my friends and my family and just share it with everyone. So that's kind of how I became a coach, actually, because the people at work noticed me, started noticing my weight loss, and started asking me. So I asked my coach, and I said, hey, what do I do? I didn't really know what coaching was. I mean, I knew that, I talked to him every week, and he'd send me a text every once in a while. That was about my knowledge of coaching. But he said, hey, I give you a referral, or you can go ahead and coach them, and the company will actually compensate you for supporting them, just like I've done with you. So I became a coach after about 5 weeks, and I really just fell in love with being able to help people. And, I believe in this program. It's absolutely changed my life. I've been maintaining for over 3.5 years, and we'll get to a little bit of the accountability of coaching too, because we're going to have someone share first her story about that. But there's so many different things. Oh, somebody's off mute. Let me grab them real quick. All right. There's so many different aspects of coaching that can really help you in your health journey, but also just help you in your life. And I like to call it the fifth component. We have our 4 components. We have the coaching, community, the resources, habits, the health system, and of course our 501 nutrition plan. But the fifth component is coaching. And the people that really plug into the community, are the ones that seem to find more long-term success. And it really, I believe the statistic is becoming a coach, you're 5 times more likely to sustain your weight loss and keep your healthy lifestyle going. So tonight we have 4 amazing people lined up to share their stories and how coaching has helped them. So first, Crystal Partlow, come on up.
Hi, everyone. So my health journey, we'll just touch on really quick. 9 months-ish, 8.5, something like that. Lost 95 pounds, went for the extra 5 pounds, starting a couple months later just to hit the even 100. That was all in 2015. So I have been coaching now since May of 2015 when I started coaching. And that's one of the things about my story. We started this program in March, and by May, my husband and I had started having a lot of success and people were noticing. I kept referring them to my coach, Jason, and he kind of said the same thing his coach said to him. He said, well, I can take the referral, but, you could coach them. They're going to come to you anyway. And I thought, well, with both of us on plan, it would kind of help cover the cost, so I'll go for it. Needless to say, it's been 3.5 years of the best journey ever. There's been a lot of the coaching side of things that have been awesome. But what I wanted to touch on tonight was, for me, it's all about the accountability. When I started coaching, it was great to have that money coming in to help cover the food and then other things as it kept going. But really, it's about, helping me stay accountable to myself. I've had some struggles over the last year of some bad habits trying to come back in when some stress came into my life. And I can honestly say, if it wasn't for coaching, I'm pretty sure I would have gained back all 100 pounds plus, because I started going down that hill. And I noticed that as I'm talking to my clients every week and still doing, the coaching side of things, that that was helping me, at least somewhat stay on track, so that I wasn't completely derailing myself. And then because we have an awesome system, I was still able to reach out to not only my coach, but a whole team of coaches, because that's what this community is all about, and say, guys, I am really struggling here. I need more than just my own coach right now. I need all y'all to help me out. And it's been amazing. And I can honestly say that is what has made coaching the best part for me. It's not just the accountability to myself and to my clients, but the accountability to other people who are counting on me to do my things. So even if, maybe you're just kind of thinking about helping a couple people, it really, really does help yourself stay on track. And that's where I'm at. So I just wanted to share that little part.
Thank you, Crystal. And I love that. And it's an amazing community that you can get into. What's so funny is, like I have friends now through Optavia that I probably would have never met in my life. I mean, I would have never met them in my life, because I would have stayed in my little bubble and, just kept to myself and, ate all my McDonald's and everything in hiding and, whatever. So the community aspect and the accountability was great, because, the people around you want to see you win. Like, we want to see you win. That's why we became coaches, is to see people feel the way that we felt. And so I love that. And it's a journey. It's always going to be a journey. I've had hiccups. Everybody's going to have hiccups at some point. But the great thing is that that you have the backup, you have the community, you have the system that can really help you get back on track and never have to worry about doing a diet again. So thank you so much. All right. So another part of coaching that's great is the feeling you get when you help somebody else take back their health. And that's what Brian is going to come on. It looks like it's just Brian. It's not Krista. She's probably with a baby somewhere. So Brian, come on off mute, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. So like Jason said, normally my wife is here with me, but we've got a newborn, 2 months old, that she's taking care of. So she's got that. But like Jason said, I want to touch a little bit on how the do-good feeling does for you as coaching. So, before coaching, I never really paid attention to that aspect of my life and never really cared, what I said, what I did, how it affected people. And then I started, my journey. And I started my journey, and a month after being on program is when my wife and I decided we want to start sharing this program, because we instantly fell in love with it. I think the best satisfaction that you get from coaching is sharing the gift that we have with other people and watching them get inspired from changing their habits from the old habits to these new habits, and really just making that mindset shift. One thing that we kind of talk about in our trainings is living above the line. And I can truly say that is one thing that has definitely changed for me personally, in the growth that I've taken from being a coach, is just living above that line. I don't try to get involved in all the junk that's out there, and just stay above all that. And honestly, I can see, just in myself, but I get others that recognize how that's changed me and how different I see things and how different I treat people. And the satisfaction of just watching someone grow, making that same shift that I made, is more gratifying and more rewarding than any money that could be given to us. It's a feeling that is undescribable. And just knowing that, we believe in them just like someone believed in us, and being able to help someone see that and get through, the struggles that they're going through, and just get to the other side. One of the quotes that I've loved since I heard this quote was back in July when we went to convention was, no matter how long it takes to get to the top of the mountain, the view is still the same. And I share that with all my clients to let them know, like, you're going to have those struggles, but when you get up there, it's going to be just as rewarding as it was. And that feeling of when they come back and say, you know what, you're right. I got there. I got through my struggles. I got through whatever it was I was going through, and just kind of hearing the happiness and seeing the happiness and the joy and the reward that they get from overcoming that. It's more rewarding than anything that I could ask for. So that's what I wanted to share tonight.
Thank you, Brian. And so Brian is one of those people that I would have never met through or besides coaching, and now we play softball together and have a good old time. And he hits stingers. I don't, but he does. So it's awesome though just to have that community. So I love that this one for me is probably one of the biggest things is the personal growth that you can get through it, because when you start living better, all of a sudden you want more of that. And it's not just, I mean, obviously it's going to be about health, but then you want to start feeling better like mentally too. And so part of coaching is really also growing as a person and learning how you can help more people, because if you show up your best, you're going to be able to help a lot more people. It's the the old analogy of like if you're in a plane and the oxygen mask come down, you got to put it on first so you can help others around you, and just creating that environment. And Brian will attest to this, but our whole team is just, it's about a growth mindset and just getting a little bit better each day. And there's something else that Brian said about inspiring some other people. I never knew I could inspire someone to get healthy. I never knew that someone would actually reach out and say, hey, you really inspired me today. I want what you have. And as clients, we kind of forget about that. We just think we're doing our thing, but there's somebody watching you, and there's somebody looking at you and saying, I really want that. I don't know what they're doing, what they have right now, but I want some of that. So that's another part of it too, that you are already probably inspiring someone out there, but you also have the tool to be able to actually really help them. All right, so moving on, we have Dee Dee. Now, one of the things that maybe some people might get hung up on when they think about coaching is like, oh, I'm already so busy. I have so many things to do. I have this, I have that. Well, when I started, I had a full-time job. I worked 9 to 10 hours each day. I had 2 side jobs. I have 3 little girls. I had a wife that, I'd like to keep happy as well. Oh, and I'm the one that cooks. She doesn't really cook. So had all that stuff going on, and it still made it work. So I know, Dee Dee, you can kind of attest to that story. So I'd love to hear, part of your journey with that.
Well, thank you for inviting me to join in. Yeah, I can most certainly attest to that one. My husband and I, as many of you know, but not everybody knows, we own a bowling alley, which is a 7-day-a-week business. And anybody that's ever owned a business knows that you're pretty much kind of married to it, and you're there at least at some point 7 days a week. So I should say my husband and I actually chose to do this journey together, and it's been absolutely amazing for us. We started in August. So for us, that's our slow time of year in our business, and that worked out really well. But I was about probably 6 weeks in when I decided I too wanted to pay it forward. Loved the program, loved what it was doing for us, not only physically but mentally. You tend to get a totally different mindset, and it's just amazing. So I talked to my coach and said, okay, so I went to a healthy happy hour. If there's one that's around you, I by all means go see them, go talk to them, go listen to the stories. We as coaches love to share what we do and invite as many people as we can to share this gift with us. So I went to a healthy happy hour with my coach, and it was at that point that I decided I also wanted to pay it forward. Of course, my biggest concern at that point in time was, how on earth am I going to find the time to do this? Well, we do what we have, we schedule everything. I mean, I don't know about you, I've got one of these things that I live off of. So we schedule everything, literally. I mean, we literally schedule everything. I block out time for when I'm going to be at work. I block out time for, hair appointments, for heaven's sake. I have to take my dog to the vet. I put everything on my calendar. So what my coach told me and what I have found really works for me is you schedule your coaching into your white spaces where you don't have something scheduled. And it's honestly been so incredibly rewarding for me. I can't even begin to tell you how it's just opened up my heart and my mind. And it's never a bother. You know, people will say, oh, but you're so busy, I don't want to bother you. It's never a bother. We do what we do because we love to do it. And you can fit it into your white spaces. Client calls, as you all know, because your clients are what, 5-10 minutes? More if you need it, less if you don't. And that's what we do. It's not a bother. It's not cumbersome. We just love to connect with everybody. So don't let the thoughts of you're too busy or you don't think you'd have enough time to do it. You truly can. You can make your business as large as you want it to be. If you just want to help a few people, that's okay too. Maybe you just want to help, a couple friends and family. It's all in what you want to do, all in your desires, and it truly is doable. I've not had any, well, of course you all have days where some monkey wrench gets thrown in there, but everybody's always been understanding. Anybody that's on the program is understanding. You just have to roll with it and enjoy what you do. If it's in your heart, it's not a bother. The white spaces, there's more of them than you think. 24 hours in a day allots you an awful lot of time.
All right, thank you, Dee Dee. That is something that a lot of people think about, though, is, oh, I'm too busy. And when they think of coaching, they think all of a sudden that they're signing up for this part-time job that they have to work 4 to 5 hours each night or something like that. And it really doesn't take a lot of time. If someone was to put in an hour in a night, I would be like, you guys are killing it, because it really doesn't take that much time. And as you grow and would like to do more, you could put a little bit more effort into it. But that, again, is all around your schedule. But like Dee Dee said, like the way I built our business when I did that was just that white space. Where do I have those times where I'm watching Netflix, or where I have those times where I'm lost in cat videos on YouTube? Or I don't watch cat videos. I'm not a big cat person, but I do watch a lot of funny animal videos. I would if I had wanted to waste some time. So you find that little bit of time, and it's just a shift. It's a shift in that, and knowing what you would like to do with it, whatever that would be with coaching. You just make the decision that, what, this is something that's important to me, and I'm going to just trade that little bit of time here for this. And you will find that it will be so rewarding that you won't ever think about cat videos again. You'll just want to keep doing it. All right, so our last presenter is Tammy, and she is going to talk about healthy finances, because yes, we do get paid as coaches. Optavia compensates us very well for one, sharing the program, but also being a support to our clients. And it can be something enough to where you just are paying for your program, or it could be something where you're replacing a full-time income if you want to, and actually grow beyond that. I won't share too much of my story, but I've been doing this full-time now for 2.5 years. I left my 20-year job to become a full-time health coach. And it's been one of the best decisions, most life-changing decisions I've ever had. So, Tammy, I know you've had a similar story to me, and so I would love for you to share that with everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. I'm going to set my timer so I don't go too far out, because I like to talk sometimes. So my name's Tammy. I started program February of 2017. I quickly lost 24 pounds. But the very first thing I said after I agreed to be a client was, don't ever ask me to coach. Not doing it. And then what happened, in a matter of just a couple of weeks, I was feeling incredible. I was feeling, my bloat was down. Like my stomach was like very much changed. I was feeling better. I was sleeping better. I had all this energy, and I was losing weight for the first time in my life. So why would I not want to share this gift with anybody and everybody? Like, I really wanted to help someone near and dear to me, my mom. But of course, like, we have to wait for people to be ready. Like, we can't push people to do anything. So I just very quickly shared my story. And I was very surprised at how many people I inspired right out of the gate, just losing 9 pounds, which is pretty awesome. So my first goal was to, for a very long time as a family, we lived paycheck to paycheck. And when I say paycheck to paycheck, I mean like paycheck to like 3 days after that paycheck, because it became, which bill are we going to pay? Which bill are we not going to pay? Like, which one can we afford the late fee on this month? Or maybe we need to adjust our grocery bill because we can't afford to have steak this week or shrimp or anything like that. So it was constantly moving money around. Whereas when coaching came into my life, and very quickly, like, I started, first goal was just even having our fuelings paid for. Like, that right there is a gift. Like, that put extra money in our pocket that we could put extra money towards a bill or in the savings account, which was a real win. And then, like, our business grew and grew and grew. And I very quickly matched what I was bringing home from the best paying job I've ever had in my life. This job that I was going to that paid me pretty well made me miserable. It was one of those jobs that very negative, and a lot of, as Brian talked about, the above the line, but it was a lot of below the line activities. And I saw all the positivity in Optavia. But I can't believe I just did that. But I wanted more out of life, and I knew there was more. So after bypassing my full-time income and realizing that I'm working for someone else's dream, I wanted to go after my dream. And I wanted to be home with my kids. So now I rock this whole full-time stay-at-home mom boss thing. We bring in an income that I could only ever imagine to have. And it is the most fulfilling day in and day out of every single day, because not only do I get to have this amazing life, but I get to help give this away. I get to help people dream a little bigger for their life and have all those healthy finances and be able to pay the electric bill and pay for their fuelings, or maybe help cover a maternity leave for their wife or anything like that. That is where the real win is. It's whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be little, it can be little. If you want it to, replace your full-time income, you can have that too. It's just a decision away. So thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. And it's been fun to watch your journey, but it's also like, that's the coolest thing, I think, is when you could see someone start, well, one, dreaming again, but also having a vehicle to create that dream. And that's what's been great. But you said something paycheck to paycheck, right? And for me, if I look back, the thing that would stress me out most in life, and the thing that my wife and I would get in arguments over most, would be money and working hard just to barely get by. And, really actually not even getting by, usually be, digging yourself further in the hole. And I think that so many people are in that and don't even know how they can get out of it. And so I remember one time in our coaching journey, we went on vacation. And have you ever gone on vacation and you brought vacation back with you, like on a credit card? I mean, most of us have. So that was the first vacation I remember that since we had kids, I should say, that we went on to where money wasn't the issue. Like, there was no credit card. We didn't worry about that. And then when we got back from vacation, we paid off $10,000 in debt. And for me, that was the coolest thing, because then we got to make, do like the little credit card chop up, Dave Ramsey thing, whatever. But that was such an awakening to me and such a relief, because when I used to get stressed, guess what I do? I'd go eat. I'd go to McDonald's. I'd go to Uncle Nick's. I'd go to, that was my relief. And being able to kind of take that weight off of my shoulders too, just really helped me deal with that, and especially dealing with, my health journey too, and not eating a Big Mac meal, large fry, McChicken sandwich, 3 chocolate chip cookies. That would have been my meal. So I love that. And it's not about making millions of dollars unless you want to. That's great. What it's about is just increasing the quality of life that you're living right now. All right, now I'm going to screen share real quick, and we're just going to go through a couple slides, and then we will finish this off. All right, let's go with my slideshow. Cool. Okay, so just a few things. When you're looking at coaching and you're just exploring this, you're not obligated to anything, but you know what? Why wouldn't you want to do this? I mean, one, you're going to be much more likely to succeed long-term on your health journey. It's really, like we talked about, that 5th component. You can create an extra income, leave some stress at home, maybe give yourself just some wiggle room, or maybe some extra vacation money, pay for your program, pay for kids going to college, putting away for retirement. That's one thing. People live paycheck to paycheck, but even in that paycheck, they're not saving for the future. For what if something bad happens to one of them, or what are you going to do when you're 65 and you don't have enough income to actually retire from? Working with a great company. Optavia is an amazing company. We've been around for 17 years. The people that you work with in Optavia are of the highest integrity. I hope you can see that with your coaches already. And I just love being a part of this community. We do just-in-time training, so you don't have to be an expert. I know some people think, oh, I have to be at my goal weight. I have to know everything. Nope, all you have to know is how to open up a package, eat a bar, drink 80 ounces of water, and eat a lean and green. That should be about the knowledge that you need to become a coach, and I think all of us can do that. You can build whatever you want with it. Like we said, you could do a little or really long-term, and even create a residual income, what they like to call like beach money or Tahiti money, where you're at the beach and you've built something enough to where regardless of you working anymore, you're still going to be getting paid, which is a pretty amazing thing. All right, let's go. We kind of went over through this already. So vacation fund, relief from bills, same for college. I mean, I've got 3 girls, so I've got colleges and weddings to save for. Thank you, Optavia, for helping with that. Like Brian said, you're doing well by doing good. So you're creating something better for your life by helping other people. And again, amazing accountability. You are your own billboard, and you're having support of an amazing community around you. We have to do the income disclosures here. This is just some examples of what it would look like to become a coach. If you're coaching about 18 clients, you're up around $2,000 a month. I think that could help pretty much any family in America. About 5 to 6 clients, you're pretty much paying for your fuelings already, and then after that, obviously, it's going to be a bonus anyways. And it is up from there. It's whatever you want to do with it. And then we have our income disclosure. You could see that some coaches sign up and they don't do anything. It is work. It's not a get-rich-quick thing. Like, you do have to do certain things of work, but we have a structure, we have a system, we have the ways to help you be successful if that's what you want to do. And you can see that people are making all the way up to, well, I know it's more than 200 grand because I know personally some people making over $200,000 a month. So it is whatever you want to grow it to. So how it works, if you're interested, if you want more information, just reach out to the person that invited you on. And really, it's simple. You order a coach kit. Right now, we have our scholarship going. So you could have a coach kit for $150. Normally, it's $200. Comes right to you in a couple of days. Your mentor will get with you. They'll set you up with a Zoom just like this and get you the very simple starting steps to get going and start really helping some people create a healthier lifestyle. So it can start at any time. You don't have to be at any certain point in your journey. Just be ready to help the people around you. And let me shut this down and stop my screen share. All right. So if any of this interests you, or if you have any other questions, please just reach out to the person that invited you. They can get you some more resources, or if you're ready to get going, they can get you all signed up. Thanks everybody for hopping on tonight, and thanks for everybody that shared. We appreciate your time, and we'll see you in the True Transformation page. All right, guys, see ya.